Okay, today's video is about a bug. Why am I doing a video on a bug? A pretty common bug at that, the antlion. A lot of people call them doodle bugs. They pretty much occur throughout the world, anywhere where it's pretty warm in the summertime. You'll see these critters. Whenever I point them out to anybody though, nobody's ever heard of these things. I've been playing with them since I was a little kid. They're all over the Sierra in California. But you gotta know where to look for them. So I realized that not everybody knows about these bugs because I was doing the John Muir Trail with my daughter when she was 20 years old, and we were sitting at a trail junction down to MTR, and oh, there's an antlion. And my daughter's going, "What's that?" And I'm really embarrassed to say that my daughter did not know what an antlion was until then. So there was a Korean dude that was hiking with us, and we threw an ant in that hole, and they were like, "Cool." So let's go find some antlions. All right, so antlions like dust, loose dust, dirt, sandy soils, because they need to make a little pit to catch their prey, which is the ant, thus the name antlion. So typically along a trail, this is actually used as a bike trail. So there's a lot of loose dirt around here, and sure enough, there is an antlion pit. It's about 1 inch deep and makes a little pit. So I'll set up here and with my tripod and see if we can feed one and see if I can catch it on video. It's really cool. All right, I couldn't find any ants. These guys have been doing too good of a job, but I did find an earwig, or a pincher bug, whatever you want to call it. So it's kind of dark on the bottom of this hole. I hope this works. So what happens, these animals fall in the pit. Here's my earwig. And if they try to climb out, the antlion flicks dirt at them to knock them to the bottom of the hole. And then he grabs them, sucks the juice out of them, and throws their empty shell out of the hole. But that takes a while. We're just going to see him grab him. So I'll drop this guy in there, see what happens. Oh, he went right to the bottom. See the flicking of the dirt? And he's going to try and grab that guy. And he's got to get him right to the bottom. So, sorry, this is kind of morbid. This is the kind of things we did as kids. Fed antlions when we were bored. So, he hasn't grabbed him yet. He's trying. Oh, I think he's got a hold of him. So, earwig's disabled. And that's pretty much all the fun out of it. He's going to, if it was an ant, he'd drag him under. But he's just going to suck the juices out of that guy until he's drained, and then he'll flick the corpse out. So it's kind of morbid, but hey, they serve a function. They're considered a beneficial insect because they do get rid of a lot of insects like ants. So let me find a sunnier hole, see if we can get a better view of that. All right, here's one in a sunnier location. Let's see if this one works out where you can see it a little bit better. So here's my earwig. No ants again. There he goes. Oh yeah. He flicks some dirt on him. He's already got a hold of him, I think. Yeah, now the struggles goes on. Sorry, I had a sick childhood. I did a lot of stuff with insects. Played with a lot of ants. So, looks like the earwig's given up, and the sucking begins. So, that's the antlion. Pretty interesting creatures. Let me see if I can pull one out of a hole and show them to you. All right, so there is an antlion. There's his little chompers. And outside of a hole, they're not so tough. They're about the size of a ladybug. Another thing we used to do is pull them out of their holes and stick them by an anthill. And they're no match for an ant colony. But one-on-one, these things are pretty ferocious. And this is actually the larval stage. They spend 2 to 3 years in a hole, and then they make a little cocoon, and when they hatch, they come out as a little, it looks like I think they're related to damselflies. So they fly around for 2 or 3 months, do their thing, and then they lay eggs and die. And they lay eggs in a nice dusty place so that they can develop into these little larval forms. So we'll put them back into a spot where you can dig a nice hole. So there's some nice dusty soil around here. So Send them back home. And that is the antlion. Pretty cool, huh? So if you see those, help them out and give them a snack. Thanks for watching.